Yeah, good morning. We are seeing a lot of progress. As Paul was just saying, the winds have died down. Containment now 21% here on the Palisades Fire, and that's why people want to return. You know, there is so much damage here. This is a business complex on PCH that was completely destroyed, and if we look on the other side of the road, just home after home that has been burned to the ground. Now, right now, as we were watching kind of through here, some fire crews were going through. We've seen in the last hour a number of Southern California Edison crews and other kind of workers in this area, but the entire part of PCH here is still under evacuation orders. And a lot of homeowners and business owners are getting frustrated because they want to come here. They want to see the damage firsthand themselves so they can start to figure out how they are going to rebuild, how they are going to recover. Unfortunately, even though it looks very calm this morning, officials are telling us it is still not safe to return. And they say there are a number of reasons. One, they say, is that there are still some hot spots in the debris, as well as down power lines, toxins in the air. They say all of those things present a danger to the public. Also, we have told you in the past, 9 people now confirmed dead in the Palisades, but there are still a number of people that are missing. And so officials are still going through that search and recovery process. And that's why they say they don't want to reopen these neighborhoods just yet. Unfortunately, they don't have a timeline on when they'll be able to do that. Meanwhile, officials facing growing pressure to answer questions as to whether enough was actually done to stop these fires. There were reports that came first from the LA Times that up to 1,000 firefighters finished their shifts early last Tuesday and were sent home despite the warnings about the winds. CBS News has confirmed that only 19 additional fire engines were pre-deployed to the Palisades area on that day before the fire. LA's fire chief defended her decision when pressed yesterday.
We will get you the number as to where. I think it's important that we talk about the pre-deployment side.
I feel like there are people who risk their lives for us, that were totally let down, and our leadership is completely at fault.
Everybody is to blame because since the beginning of time, we've known these Santa Ana winds come. We know this is a desert. We know there's not a lot of water.
Well, people who are affected by the fire will have a chance to ask some of their questions. We know there are so many of them. There's going to be another community meeting tonight at Sinai Temple on Wilshire Boulevard. That starts at 6:30, and it will be live streamed for people who can't attend in person. And they say they will do everything they can to talk about the latest firefighting efforts, the recovery efforts, the resources that are available. But ladies, as we send it back to you, a lot of questions about how possibly this could have happened, because when you see the damage yourself, it really is hard to wrap your mind around how much has been lost.
Well, I know in that interview, too, Jonathan Vigliotti kept pressing her, saying that he had been there for at least several hours and never saw any fire trucks in the neighborhoods he was in, I think over the course of 4 hours. So there will be a lot of questions as to accountability. Tina, thank you.